Hello, everybody, and welcome again to another episode of What's Cooking in Blackstone. We've had a little bit of technical difficulties this afternoon, but we're going good now. And we have my co-host,
Lynn Morin. Hi, everybody.
And we have our guest cook today, and that is Mr. Stewart Holbrook. And he's a Blackstone native, and he still works in Blackstone. And we're really glad to have him. He is a graduate of the year 1961.
Right.
You old buzzard, you.
See what happens after a few years? You can't remember.
I had to remind him when he graduated.
And we have show the picture of him, what he looked like.
This is Stewie, compliments of John Eldridge, who graduated with Stewie. This is him back in 1961. Senior.
Ta-da!
He was a senior then. Check out the hairdo, girls.
It was Brill Cream.
A little dabble do ya.
Can you get that, Paul? A good shot of that? So.
Did John have hair back then?
He sure did.
He did? Oh, okay.
He sure did.
Okay, so now we're going to ask John to come up because we make John come here. We surprised Stewie with it. And before I pound this fish or do something with it that he's going to be cooking, John, you want to come up and fill us in on the old BHS?
BHS.
Okay, you go in between those two.
All right.
So they can...
Stewie.
John.
Paul, you hear me okay? All right. I just want to take an opportunity for the people that are watching this show to remind the people in town that there once was a Blackstone High. And a lot of good people went there.
We all did.
As a matter of fact, we all did.
We
as
all
well.
did. I was much,
You were-
class of 68.
that's right,
You
that's
guys
right.
are old.
But, I hear people speak all the time about
Right.
BMR, and really, you get the feeling that some people in town don't realize that there was a Blackstone High School. And some very, very good people graduated and became very successful as well. Now, Stewie and John are both in the food business. We're in the food business in 1961, too, in the
Right.
cafeteria. Our cafeteria was an alleyway. And our menu was Reese's peanut butter cups and coffee milk.
That's it.
We had never burnt anything because
Nope.
there was never anything cooked. But you know what? It worked. It worked. We went to school, we learned, we rode buses, we walked, we had athletics, and it was a good time. So, Stewie, I think of him often. I do.
Right.
Stewie was one of the guys that cheered me on. And Stewie's hair, I got to tell you something now. Eldridge had hair then too.
You did, really?
Yeah, but the downtown boys, the Waterford boys we were called, we had what they call buzz cuts, brush
Yeah.
cut. The country folk, Stewie, you heard him mention, did you mention
Right.
your friends too? The people that you would cut hay with.
Right. Yeah, Dave Morin.
Yeah, let's share that story.
Okay.
This is in school now. This is when it really worked, and it worked to a T. You
Right.
share that.
The principal, during haying time, would come into the classroom. When John Cheetah, whose farm is not too far from here, needed his hay cut, the principal, Gus Maloney, would come in, and he would say, "You puddin' heads," right? And he would say, "Holbrook, Morin, Allen, and Rennie, go get Mr. Cheetah's hay in because it's going to be a rainy night." And because he always thought we'd never make anything of ourselves. And frankly, I didn't think I would either. So
But you know,
But-
it was fun.
it was.
It was
We had a
fun.
lot of fun doing
It
it.
was for real.
Right?
Yeah, and we did have to do our homework. We had assignments. We had a science lab. Not what they have today. Not to the degree. We had two athletic events.
Right.
We had basketball and baseball.
You know.
That's all we had. Today, it's incredible. And one of the things and I'm going to get out of here, but I often wonder with all of the issues with public education today, and we can relate to this, and we're going to share it with you, so that maybe you can relate to it too. The school day today is exactly what it was then, in 1961. If it was this long then, it's that long today. It's the same thing. The difference is all of the activities that the kids have today is that long. How do you compress all of that into this? I don't know, just food for thought. talking about food for thought, I'm going to skedaddle. All my friends are here, Margot and Lynn and Paul and Ashley. We're coming back. Yeah, pretty soon. But I'm looking at onion here, and I'm looking at fish and rice and mushrooms and capers. What's this? What do we got here?
Basil, fresh basil.
Oh, I love basil. It's my favorite.
Yeah, basil says Italian all over.
Oh, yeah.
Stewie. I had to see it, brother.
Same here. Love you. Love you too.
Margot, thank you. And Lenny.
Bye,
you
John.
too.
Thanks
See
for
you,
coming.
Paul. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you.
Thanks for coming by.
Well, that was wonderful. And thank you, John, for coming and surprising Stewie. Take care.
Thank you.
And we've got a lot of nice things to cook today. And Stewie, I have one other person who wanted to say hi to you. And that's Ron Capel.
Oh,
He was
my
here
God.
yesterday. He was here. He
Really?
came last Friday or Thursday, and his dad's not doing very well. But anyhow, he was here and he stayed, and I took him back to the airport this morning. And he said, "Oh, Stewart Holbrook, I know a lot of the." I says, "Well, do you have any stories you want to share with me, Ron?" He goes, "Oh, I got lots of stories." I said, "Oh, good." I says, "I can say a few when we're on TV." He went, "Oh no, you don't say any
no,
stories
no.
on TV." I went, "Okay, I don't need to know." So you're safe.
Very good.
So let's see what you're going to be making for us today. This looks very good and very interesting.
Okay, today we're going to be doing cod a la Puntanesca. It was originated down in Fall River and New Bedford. And you can use any fish that you wish, but I've chosen to use the cod. We have basil, capers, mushrooms, garlic, and onion. And you do basically like a spaghetti sauce type. So once this is all done, we'll be able to sit down and eat it.
Oh,
Wow.
Hopefully.
yum. Yum. I love fish.
So now, what are capers actually? Because I know a lot of people don't know what capers
Okay.
are.
Capers actually come from a bud from a flower which grows out of a wall, and they're picked and they're
Out
put
of a
aside.
wall?
Yeah, and that's what capers basically are.
Aren't they very salty?
Yeah, I was just
Someone
gonna,
said
I was just
they're
gonna say the
very
same
salty.
thing. They're salty,
Or
aren't
not?
they?
Yeah, they give you a little bite to it.
Yeah.
And what is their purpose like in food? Do they have like a specific flavor? Or are they
Yeah,
like
they
licorice-y,
give you
or-
that nice flavor. There's a fantastic flavor that comes from capers when you cook them.
Oh, wow. Do you have to smash them when you cook
No,
them, or you just
no,
put them in?
we're just gonna throw it right into the pan.
Wow.
It's gonna marry with the garlic and the onions and the basil, and then we're gonna do the spaghetti sauce in there.
Wow.
Of course, we're gonna start with the olive oil.
The wonderful EVOO.
Yep.
And, you
And
dice this, right? Or
I've
just-
already diced it. If you want to,
Yeah, let's see you.
okay. We don't need too many, so we'll just.
See, here we go.
I
This
love
is
I
that.
love how they do
I
that.
know.
I've tried it. I can't do it.
I
I'm
can't
lucky I don't
either.
chop some of my fingers
I'm
off.
afraid. I'm afraid.
Okay. That would be the onion that we just did,
Yeah?
See how easy he does
Yeah,
that?
I know.
and the basil.
I love basil.
We just do that.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be doing fresh garlic,
Yeah.
what I usually do is
Smash.
Break it
Smash
down.
Yeah.
then you can peel it. It's easier if you just buy the garlic already,
Chopped up.
Yeah, well, if you're
Well,
cooking
either
for
chop-
2,000 people, it's...
Yeah.
either chopped or just peeled.
Do you
can
make this
chop
for
it.
a lot of people, Stewie? Have you
I
ever made
used
this?
to. I used to make it for quite a few people. But times are changing.
Yeah?
So the churches are now selling fish and chips, so a lot of these people are going to the church for their fish and chips and back and forth.
Well, you cater too, right? You
And I do cater, yep.
Would that be like one of your
No,
entrees?
no,
No.
I've never done it for a catering job at all. But I've done it in a diner because it's very quick to make.
Yeah.
You know, you can just turn your frying pan on and just throw this in, throw that in, bing, bang, boom. Because
Yeah.
I always have all that stuff there,
Yeah.
you know, already ready to go.
Yeah, in case anyone doesn't know, your shop that you have, your little dining
Diner.
place there is right across from the post office on Main Street in Blackstone.
Right, right.
It's a nice little reddish building. Now, Lynn was telling me some history about that place, that before you had it, it was who, Lynn?
Now, did you buy it from Pat Zamuda? Do you remember
No.
him?
Pat Smuda, my father worked for Pat Smuda.
He was a tough cookie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
But, well, Pat actually was right in a lot of the things that he said and did, but
He was like
It
an
just
Archie
didn't
Bunker
go.
of Blackstone. He'd
right,
just say
right.
it.
He didn't like the Jewish people,
No,
and he didn't like the Irish.
no.
Oh,
And-
no.
No, he
Look
didn't.
at us.
I know.
Yeah, but the reason why he didn't like the Irish was because, was it Kirby? Kirby owned the gas station next door.
Right, that's right.
He
yeah.
came in and told him, listen, I want you to go vote for this guy. And Pat says, I don't like him. I don't want to vote for him. And Kirby says, if you don't vote for him, he says, the diner won't be here when you come back.
Really?
No way.
Wow.
And so he hated all the Irish.
Yeah, yeah.
Boy, oh
that would
boy,
be
Because
him.
of that.
Oh,
Can't
yeah.
get far.
Yeah.
And the Jewish people, a lot of the mill owners would come in and they would take a napkin and they'd do all their paperwork on a napkin. And
Oh,
that
oh.
really frosted Pat.
Oh,
It did,
gee.
yeah, it didn't take much. I mean,
No,
no.
no. But, you know,
his food was good though.
well, his wife,
Yeah, Stella.
yeah, Stella.
Stella.
did.
Oh, well,
And
I
she
love
just
that.
passed away
Oh, she did. I
at
didn't know that.
106 years old.
Wow.
106.
Yeah, I think Pat passed away in 1989 because she had me do the collation
Oh,
after.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
did she?
After
Yeah.
school. She said Pat wanted
You to do it.
I said, well,
Oh,
that's great.
well, you're one of the few that he liked because he
Well,
didn't like
yeah.
anybody.
But when I had bought, I bought my father out from the Stewie's, where Subway is now.
Right, because that was a big restaurant.
Right.
Right. I remember that.
And I come up to see Pat, and Pat says, "You're one day late." And he sold it to Bill Snore, who backed two girls in the business.
I don't remember that.
Right. And they kept it for a couple of months, and then they sold it to Candy's.
Nope, don't remember that
Okay,
either.
Candy's lived on Main Street. And then Candy sold it to Paul Blaze, who lived or worked right next door. Excuse me, right next door to the garage
Oh, okay.
with Billy Wood.
All right. Oh, yep.
Okay?
Yep, yep.
And then Paul Blaze and his wife, or future wife, was there,
Mm-hmm.
and she had four of the relatives in, and there's no money to be made. Not with a 10-stool diner.
I
right?
know.
So what he basically did is he called me and he says, I heard you wanted to buy this. I said, yeah. So I went down and he says, I want $4,000 for it. Well, Pat wanted $1,000. So they,
Wow, what a story.
when
Yeah.
Bill Schnorr bought it and then sold it, he sold it for $2,000. And then Candy bought it for $2,000, sold it for $3,000.
Yeah, and he wanted to sell
Right.
it.
And then Paul said to me, he says, if you want it, he says, $4,000. I said, Paul, I don't have the money. I says, I just bought my father out, and this is the way we're going with it. So I says, I can give you $100 a week for 40 weeks. He says, you own it.
No
Wow.
kidding.
And that was it.
Now, what year was that, Stewie? When did you take that over?
37, about 40 years ago.
Okay.
Wow.
See, I don't remember all the other ones, but I just remember Pat Smuter and then you.
Right. Before Pat, there was Dewey's.
Nope, don't remember that either.
Dewey's to Stewie's.
Dewey's
Right.
just
Well, Dewey Tatro bought the diner, and my father worked for Dewey when he was 15 years old.
My goodness.
And then my father went to the service and came back, and then he worked for Pat. But he had worked at other restaurants at the same time, which I don't know which ones they were. But when Herb Madison, now you have to go back to Sandra's Dairyette.
I remember that.
Okay, well, Johnny Batovich was Walter Marcotte's half-brother, and he hurt himself changing the fryer later because he had epileptic seizures. So Walter says, that's it, you're out of here. And he had Herb Madison, if you remember Madison's hardware store.
Yep.
Okay, well, Herb Madison went down. He said to my father, if you want to come down, he says, you can run the kitchen and I'll run the other side. So my father left Pat and went down there when I was 15 years old.
Oh, wow.
And I started working for him. And 2 weeks later, as I was washing dishes and stuff, he says, you want to learn how to cook? I said, yeah. He said, good. So he put on his coat and he went home. I said, what?
That's what you call a crash
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, really.
And that was it, because we used to cook hamburgers, hot dogs,
Yeah.
onion rings, and stuff like that.
Wow.
And,
At that age, though, I mean,
Yeah.
I'd be lucky if I did toast.
Yeah, really.
Especially for more than one person. It would be like, oh, no.
But that's where CVS is now.
Yeah, right.
All
I
right.
remember that.
Yep,
Yep.
that was Sandra's.
And I remember when did you work for you must work for your father when it was at Subway? When Stewie's restaurant was.
Basically, my father said to me, he says, Al Pike, who was the owner of Allmex,
Yep.
came down and he wanted to start a restaurant. And he says, I've been asking around. He says, you seem to be the people.
Yeah.
So my father says, if you want to go in as partners, I said, Dad, I'm only 20 years old. He said, well, you can be a silent partner.
Oh.
So I went to my grandfather, Benjamin,
Right.
and I says, I need some money to, go into business with my father. And we went to the bank, and they said, Mr. Benjamin, what can we do for you? Back then, they knew you.
Yeah.
Right.
And he
that's right.
says, my grandson's going to borrow X amount of dollars, and he's going to pay back 1%. Because he's actually I'm borrowing his money.
All right,
And
on
I'm
my
just-
money. He's
Yeah.
borrowing on his own.
Right.
So that's how it all started.
Wow.
And we stayed there, going on 11 years.
Wow.
And then he developed throat cancer,
Oh.
and he passed away.
Oh.
And then at the same time, Paul Blaze saw me, and I went up and I started the diner, the little diner.
Oh, yeah.
And I kept this one going. And then back then it was problems with the gas shortages, and
All
the,
right,
the
yeah.
churches went to Saturday night masses, and
Yeah.
so to make the same amount of money, you had to stay open longer and later,
right.
and this. So I said, no, this is it. I says, I've had it. So I went up to the diner and stayed there.
Yeah.
Then my mother, who worked in the kitchen at the diner, I can't think of the principal's name,
She worked at the.
but
As a-
he came
a
down and he
cafeteria.
says, you're not going to hang around. He says, I got a job for you. And he put her to work right away.
At the cafeteria,
At the
right?
cafeteria. She
Yeah.
ran the cafeteria.
Yep,
for I, don't know
I
how
remember
long.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a nice lady.
What
nice,
a nice
lady.
walk down history
Really?
lane,
So
huh?
you've been in the food business all your life, just about.
Basically all my
Yeah.
life, yeah.
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 That's
And
nice.
the funny thing about my mother is she went to the doctors, and the doctor says, I want you to quit work right now because of the test and stuff. So when she gets home, she notifies them. She says, that's it, I've got to quit. And this. So everything is all done. Then the doctor calls her back a little while later and says, I'm very sorry, Charlotte, but I was reading the wrong test.
Oh.
Now she
Nice.
couldn't go back to work, and
She already
because
gave her notice.
that's
Oh.
it. She was out, and she really wanted to go back.
What a relief, though.
That-
I'd
yeah.
be happy.
She was happy.
I'll
Yeah.
find something else to do.
But everyone liked your mom
Yeah.
when she worked at
Yeah.
the cafeteria. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's-
Her younger sister works there now,
Yeah.
Connie
Connie?
LaChance.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That's her youngest sister.
I didn't realize that.
Or was her
Everybody's
youngest
related in Blackstone.
sister. Just about.
Just about.
I know. I can remember. Well, I think it's like that in most of these small
Yeah.
towns. Because even in Northbridge, I mean, I had such a big family that no matter where you went, somebody knew somebody who was working for somebody because there were like
Right.
13
Yeah.
of them all over town.
Yeah.
And but when I came to Blackstone, I remember talking to someone and saying, that this person, do they know that, we're going to be here tonight or whatever? And they're like, well, that's so and so's brother. I says, oh, all right. And then, but that's his sister and that's his aunt.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
everybody's
oh my
related.
goodness.
That's why
It
you
was
gotta
like-
be
Yeah.
careful.
It was like a spider web.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta be
Went
careful
out
what
and
you
out and out.
say.
So, we're going to start cooking
Yeah.
now.
All right.
You want the flame on?
We can turn this on?
You got to push in. Yeah.
Yep.
Put it on medium. Put it on medium to
Oh.
start it. Yeah.
Woo.
Because you turned it up too high. That's why you got to start it on medium.
All
But
right.
that's all right.
No fires,
Go ahead.
please.
That's how she
We all
started.
have
Yeah, no fires.
That's how she started the last fire.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh wow, we do olive oil, huh?
That's it.
Do I put the cover back on or not?
Sure. Unless you want to drink it.
No, I mean
Oh,
the
oh.
cover to the pan.
Oh, okay.
She just made.
No, you can. If you want to warm it up.
Oh gosh, let's all have a swig of olive oil. All right, and describe what you're doing so that we
Okay.
all can.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this fish in quarters because it's easier than trying to flip over a whole piece of fish.
And that's cod, right?
Right. You can use any fish that you like. If you like haddock, you can use haddock. If you like,
How about halibut?
yeah, but halibut is very dry.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. But it might absorb some of this stuff here. Okay. Why don't we take this?
Yeah.
This is the garlic that's going in. And then we're going to put the basil, fresh basil.
Smells good already.
I know, I love basil. That's my all-time favorites. Herb.
Yeah.
Your herb.
My herb.
And then we can do the capers. Once again, if you like a lot of capers, put a lot of capers. If you don't like capers, don't put as many.
And mushrooms.
And the mushrooms.
Boy, this is a feast, isn't it?
I'm hungry already.
Oh, you don't need to stir it? Of course, he's a chef, right? He just, whatever.
Why stir it? What we're going to do is add just a little bit of salt and pepper. Once again, if you like it salty, add a lot of salt. If you don't,
And as John said when he did his clam chowder, you can always tell fresh fish because it doesn't smell like fish.
right,
Right.
right. If it smells,
Walk.
don't use it.
Right.
Okay, what we're going to do is after this is cooked, we're going to reheat this rice.
Yeah.
And we're going to, plate it over it.
Can you just throw the rice in with that, with the sauce and everything, and make it like a big stew? Like
You
a
can.
fish stew?
You can if you wish.
Yeah. As opposed to pouring it on top of that. It's not as pretty, probably.
Right.
But you could actually, is that minute rice or is that?
No, this is regular rice, but you can use minute rice.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or you can use pasta.
What about the stuff you use, Lynn? That long grain brown rice or whatever it
Yeah,
is?
long grain, just long grain
Yeah.
rice. Yeah.
Yep.
It already
Oh.
smells good, doesn't it?
Can you get a shot of that one, Paul? Smells delicious. See, I love it. You want it a little higher?
Yeah, you can crank it all the way up if you want.
It'll really start burning.
That's good.
Then we'll have another fire.
Yeah, we'll have another fire.
Another fire.
Yeah, but it's not going to take long.
No.
No.
Because
Look.
fish cools, well, now you're going to do this before the fish, or you put the fish in first?
No, I'm going to put the fish in. I can do either or. It doesn't really matter. This is only going to take maybe 5 minutes tops.
Really?
Fish.
Wow.
Oh yeah, fish doesn't take long to cook. If you're roasting it, 10 minutes tops. In a 350 oven.
So this is puttanesca.
Puttanesca.
Cara alla puntanesca.
And
Love
I thought
it.
you were going to do Prove or whatever that name is. Did you say another name? Prove? Quad
No.
Prove? Okay, I made it up.
Yep. You're,
I hear things
you're,
in my
No, you-
you're hallucinating
You're
again.
thinking of chicken covan.
Coq au vin, chicken,
Coq au
coq au
vin.
vin, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you're not making chicken.
She doesn't eat
No.
chicken.
I don't want chicken.
She doesn't eat chicken or turkey or meat or anything.
Or anything. I eat cod.
Yeah, you like cod
Yeah.
and lobster.
Oh yeah, shrimp, crab, all that good stuff.
Do you know how you get extra virgin oil?
First cold pressing.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know where you get virgin wool?
From the first time you take it off a sheep.
Well, right, but I was going to say an ugly sheep, but
An ugly shit.
no, you're right.
Good
Right.
one.
It's the first clippings off of the animal.
An ugly sheep. I've never seen an ugly sheep. They're so cute.
Here he goes. He's headed for Broadway.
Yeah. He's
Yeah, yeah.
You're headed for Broadway, Stewie.
My waitress says, don't quit your day job.
Yeah.
I said, okay.
Okay.
Now, doesn't that look good?
That
You know,
does. It smells
I
good.
find that a lot of dishes that you think are really hard to do are very
Oh, they're simple.
Yeah, they're simple. It's just
Yeah.
they look hard. Oh, does that look good?
Looks yummy.
Wow.
Smells yummy. That's That's
Oh,
really
here goes the fish.
That's really Italian, right, Stewie? That's really an Italian dish, more or less.
Yeah, or Portuguese. It's more Portuguese.
Oh, it's Portuguese.
Yeah. Fall River, New Bedford, that was all Portuguese.
Oh, because it's covering your pan. We give ourselves directions. Obviously, we don't know what we're doing. Paul has to give us signals.
Right.
If Lynn comes over there, then we can't see the pan, you see.
Okay, now do you...
You want to get that heated?
You want to just heat that? and-
Sure. I will put it in the microwave. I will cover it so that the little rice doesn't blow up all over the place. How long do you do that? Like 2.5 minutes?
No, 1.5 tops.
Really? I have to tell you, yesterday when Ron Capel was here in the morning, or it was the day before, I'm not sure what, but I had made some cranberry orange muffins, and they were really good. And Ron says, well, I don't know what I want for breakfast. I said, well, why don't I just heat up a couple of these muffins? And it was Sunday morning because Nick was here. And Nick is sitting there watching me, and he knows I don't heat things up in the microwave very well. So Ronnie's got his coffee, and he's all excited because he's going to have a cranberry orange muffin. Woohoo! Well, I heated it up for 2 minutes.
Oh, no.
I can't tell you what
Must
that
have been
poor
like
thing
a
was like. It was
hockey puck.
He ate it, but he only could eat one and a quarter. And he said, you know, I can't chew anymore of this. My teeth are going to fall out. Nick goes, 20 seconds, Margo, 20 seconds.
2 minutes must have been like
Yeah.
a hockey
It
puck.
was like a
15
hockey
to
puck.
20 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not
Yeah.
good.
No.
Oh,
look
You
look
at
see
at
how
that.
the fish is turning white?
Yeah.
It's being cooked.
But you don't have to flip the fish?
No, why?
No?
Why?
I don't know. I thought that to get the underneath. Wow.
No, because
That
the
gets
heat
hot.
is going to steam it off.
Oh, all right. And that's why you have it covered.
Sure. We can even cover it down by the time that gets done.
Yeah, this is interesting. I love this. Now, all this history of Blackstone that, you know, you two can relate to because you knew everybody. Nick can.
Yeah, Nick
Right.
does.
Nick was
A year ahead of him, right?
Ahead of you, yeah. He
You remember Nick
graduated-
Bick? Nick Bick.
Yeah,
That's Margot's husband.
right.
Yeah. he
That's your
grad-
husband?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, he won't always admit it, but
Most of the times he doesn't.
When I,
tough.
Never.
when I was backing off on my calls that came in, I had Margot Levine.
Yeah, that's my work number. That's
Oh,
my,
okay.
That's my work
And I said,
thing.
oh, I said,
Who's
she must have
that?
married Levine. I thought she married Nick Bick.
Yeah, she did.
You know, and I started asking
I
around,
have
and they're
many
saying,
names.
yeah.
You better change that. That's
I
crazy.
can't. I tried. Every time I change it, something else happens. That's crazy with the phone. This automation thing. I called this morning because they said something in my car had been disconnected, and I went, well, how did it get disconnected? Well, you called us yesterday. I said, I didn't call you yesterday. And they said, well, you called and I said, I never called and disconnected it. Somebody else called you. So put it back in. So then they put it back in, and then I got a notice on my email, and they say, you know, go into some kind of I said, you know what? I tell this guy that I'm talking to on the phone, I'm like your grandmother, okay? I don't understand this stuff. You have got to like do it for me,
Right.
or else I need
Or
to go
forget it.
someplace because it's not going to work. And it never works if you do it yourself. It
No.
just doesn't work.
No, no.
I find a 4-year-old walking around and I'm like, come here, honey, can you tell me how to do this on my phone?
They're used to technology.
Yes, they
we're,
are.
We're not.
They
we're
are.
old. We're old.
Oh, look at this. The cod is actually all
Oh.
white.
Yeah.
Is that beautiful?
And you can always tell fish is done if you touch it and it breaks apart.
Oh,
Well,
it's done already?
It still has to be cooked a little bit
a
more.
little bit more?
Yep.
Well, I'm going to do this 30 seconds more. Watch, it'll probably catch on fire now. I'm not very good with this stuff. Microwaves are not my friend.
The
But
only thing I find with rice is if you put it in too long, it starts
Gets-
to dry.
yeah.
They get hot.
And they get, yeah, it's like
Oh,
little,
great.
it's like,
Just like your muffin.
yeah, yeah.
that's really too bad. By the way, while I'm standing here waiting for this apron that I have on,
That's so
when I
cute.
worked at Paul Revere, I started working there in 1964, so I'm right up there with you guys. But anyhow, my boss, Mr. Sanders, used to travel all over the world. Every summer he would take 3 weeks and go to all these places. He was a grammarian. He graduated Phi Beta Kappa from Princeton. He was the Wharton School. He was like this magnificently brilliant man. He actually, when I would go in there and take shorthand, he learned to read my shorthand upside down while he was dictating it to me, and he would point to it and he goes, "No, change that one." I'm like,
Oh my goodness.
I can't even read it right side up, and he's
Yeah.
reading it upside down. But
Wow.
anyhow, he went to Ireland, I think in 1970, and he brought me back this apron.
That's so cute.
And Mr. Sanders passed away a few years ago, but he was a wonderful man, and it's real Irish linen.
It's beautiful with
And
the
I said,
shamrocks.
"Oh," I says, "you know what? I can wear my real Irish linen apron."
Perfect. Perfect.
So happy. So, Mr. Sanders, thank you very much. I appreciated this, and my sister Alice ironed it because she just wouldn't let me wear it the way it looked.
Yeah. You have a sister like that?
I have many sisters like that, but Alice is like one of these people who can fold anything, sew anything. She's like amazing when
Yeah.
it comes to that stuff. She's just amazing. Don't do the cooking part so good, but the
Yeah,
sewing
yeah.
and folding, it's like it came out of the store. She's real good. Now this is done. And we're actually going to have another treat because Lynn is going to do a really nice.
Yes.
Aren't they cute?
Oh,
Awesome,
wait till,
yeah.
wait till she gets
They're
into
li-
this. You're going to love it.
They're little leprechaun hats.
This up here.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to use the microwave again.
Well, why don't you do yours and I'll,
Oh, just let that simmer?
sure.
Oh, okay, so you want to do yours, she's gonna move it over this way, right, Paul? A little bit? Because Stewie, you can't go very far, you're hardwired here.
Yeah.
You're like a fixture, I can move, she can't. How's that where she is that
It's
good?
good.
Or she's gonna move those other ones over too, maybe, Lynn.
These are the before. And these are the after.
That's the finished product.
This is right
Yep.
here. Yep. Yeah, these are little leprechaun hats. See how
Yep.
cute? The little M&M there and everything. Really easy. If you've watched the show before, you know I like easy fixes. And this is simply a sugar cookie mix, right? You have that, and you cook that according to the directions. And I think it's only 18 minutes you put them in there for. Then you take a marshmallow, nice big marshmallow, and you stick it on the warm cookie as it comes out. So then you get this, like this. And they're actually good like that too. And then,
That warm cookie does not affect the marshmallow at all.
well, it makes it stick.
Yeah.
See? Whoops.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, you want it to stick
fuses
in
it
there.
a little bit.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you just take store-bought frosting, and you take a little bit of this, and you're going to have to microwave it.
Here I come.
Here she comes.
It'll catch on fire shortly.
And there's no,
Oh, you put
there's
that
no,
in.
yeah, you got to put the green coloring in there, and it's messy. I've been green all week, but
That's all?
well, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So you're going to just make it a little more pliable.
Yeah, so it actually, you want it to be nice and loose, almost like an icing type of thing.
Oh, okay.
So when you have to drip it all over that little cookie there, like a fondant, is that what the word
Fondant.
is? Fondant, excuse me. Yes.
From Le Cordon Farm Street.
Yes, yeah. Maybe a little bit more green.
Yeah.
But when I was making them, I always do trial runs, right? I was making them earlier, right? I had green all over me. My teeth were green. My lips were green. Very, very attractive.
I want to eat those M&Ms.
You can eat them, but not the yellow,
No,
not
you-
the yellow ones.
Oh.
You can eat the blue ones, whatever. Okay, you want to
Okay,
just
so
30,
put it in-
30 seconds. Just
sure?
just 30 seconds. So see how easy so far? You just have this. The marshmallows comes out like that.
Do the marshmallows get hard?
Oh, nickel like these.
Oh, yeah. He likes the marshmallows hard, though.
It will be hard.
Oh, because you put that on.
You know, if it wasn't for jet engines, we wouldn't have marshmallows.
Why are you saying that? Give us
Seriously.
the story.
Because,
What?
yeah, because they found that when you blow the air into the mallow,
Yeah,
well, it's actually marshmallow, M-A-L.
marshmallow, yeah.
Right. That originally started in Egypt. There's the mallow
Really?
tree. Yeah, there's the mallow tree that grows in the marshes, and they get the liquid from it, like
Yeah.
we do up in New Hampshire and Maine,
Yeah.
where we get the maple syrup.
Right.
And it was a delicacy back then, back with the pharaohs, the marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
Right. And then when the jet engines came out, that's when the marshmallow started coming.
What is-
They shoot the air into it to puff it up.
Really?
So
That's
this is not just
interesting.
sugar? It's not just a...
No,
No, it's-
actually, marshmallow, I believe, is made with egg whites, the mallow syrup.
Oh, what's it say for ingredients?
I don't know.
I can't read. I can't see.
I thought it was all sugar.
You see, this is the ingredients right here, right? Not a significant
No.
source.
Oh, corn
there's
syrup.
Sugar,
food syrup,
dextrose.
Water, gelatin. This big long tetrasodium phosphate.
But it doesn't
They're
say
probably
So
the,
not
that's how
real.
they make it.
Yeah, but the real.
the real old-fashioned
Yeah.
marshmallow.
Wow. I love marshmallows. I love it.
So in other words, that's some kind of a chemical that's white.
Oh, so what?
They're delicious.
They are delicious. I love them.
Oh, look.
So now it's
Look
nice.
at this now.
So
Oh, it's
now
separated.
Yeah, I know. So that's okay. You want it to
Do
separate.
you want a spatula?
No, this is okay. So what I really
It doesn't
did.
look right.
Oh, it's going to be okay because it's going to harden afterwards.
Would it be easier with a brush?
Oh, I never thought of a brush.
I got a
Now,
brush right here,
You got a
Stewie.
A
brush?
pastry brush? Yes.
See?
Here, let me
paint
get,
it?
it was right here, sorry, right in the straw.
Oh, mine
See,
in
they,
your way.
they said just to drip
Do
it
you
on,
want-
you know?
Well, let me give you one of these
Oh
brushes.
yeah, this should be. We'll try it.
See,
try
you
it.
need a chef to
need
look
a
at the
chef.
mess
Yeah.
you've made already. It's
Already,
all
I'm a
over
mess.
you.
I'm telling you, it's awful. There's no way of making this easy.
Oh, that's really nice with the.
And I am
brush.
I'm a painter's wife, so. Oop. You could do it that way, yeah. And this hardens after this fondant. Hardens.
You know what, Lynn? Chip is such a good painter. He could probably do all of those in about a minute and a half.
He could. He's so quick.
He's going to be watching you and going, no, not
Nah,
like
why'd you do that way? Why'd you do it that way?
See,
But
it
it-
seems like it's too liquidy.
No, it's gonna harden. It hardens. But they said just to drip it, and then another person that made them, they said they dipped it that way, and there's no nice and clean way to making it. It's messy,
No.
but they're cute and
But they're delicious.
they are delicious. Yeah. And then you just take a little.
Wait, sprinkle some stuff.
We'll sprinkle. You can do anything you want on it. Sprinkle some stuff on there.
Makes me happy.
Yeah, look at those, huh? Now look, isn't that cute? So cute. And they said also, like, you know, the Red Hat Society, you know, the
Oh,
women,
yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
They said it'd be a nice little thing to make, like, for a luncheon, and make them all red. You could probably use the red velvet cookie mix, or make your
Right.
own mix to make red velvet.
Another one that you could do would be the Patriots' Day,
Yeah, yep.
with black.
That's right. Yep. So there's a lot you can do, and then
Oh, yeah.
Easter's coming up, so you could, you could just, or Thanksgiving, turkeys, like,
Pilgrims.
pilgrim hat. I mean, there's just a billion things you can do with it, but they're really tasty. But I found that they're very, very sweet. They're sweet.
Oh, I would imagine.
They're real sweet. and
I
they-
hope so.
Yeah. My cousin dropped by this morning, my cousin Mike, right? And he saw them there, and he's a real sweet freak. And he goes, oh, those look good, right? I said, well, go ahead, try one. And he's there like, oh, this is awesome. I said, you think they're too sweet? He goes, no. He goes, they're just right. But they are sweet, but they're fun. And look at how cute they look and everything.
Do one more, Lynn.
Do one more? Okay.
Yeah, this is kind of.
All right. But that's a good idea, Stewie, about the brush.
Yep.
Because the other way, I
It
mean,
seems less messy.
I was
If you had a rubber glove, you could probably pick the whole thing up and,
just
dip
dunk it. Yeah.
well, I don't know about dipping, but you paint it.
Oh,
Paint
yeah.
the edges
Yeah,
But if
yeah.
she put enough in there, she,
without worrying about.
Well, see, that's what I did with the other thing. I just dunked it. I had a whole bunch of it, and that didn't work that great either. This is good though with the paint. There's
Yeah.
no real way to make it.
see, Chip would not like it because there's holidays.
There's holidays. He'd be saying, "Oh, you got a holiday."
That's one of those terms in hairdressing, like if they put color on your hair and they
And
miss a spot,
you miss a spot.
they call it a holiday.
Oh, really?
I never knew that either. She told me it was a holiday.
Well,
What?
it's not just hairdressing, it's painting too.
Oh, it is? They call them that even in painting?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Well, see, you learn something new. No, look at the holidays over here. Look at on the side.
Look at the holidays. I'm going to beat you
So
senseless.
actually, if you miss,
I'm going to beat her senseless. Oh, too late.
if you miss a spot, it becomes a holiday.
Yeah. See, like, that's a holiday.
Now, your husband told you this about the real painting?
Yeah. You didn't know that? See,
No, I didn't know it.
I learned something about marshmallows. You're learning about painting.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this show is just,
This is amazing. It's
we're
like-
just fountains of knowledge here. I'm telling you. But aren't they cute? So that's it.
Why
That's
wouldn't you stick something on the top too? Like a
No, that's going to look
No?
stupid.
All right. Well, I don't know.
We're gonna
Well, thank you. How about a caper?
Okay, yeah, that ought to
Oh,
taste.
that'd be
That
dandy.
tastes real good.
That'd be great.
So there you go. There you go. And here's some.
You know, years
here's
ago,
some
my
M&Ms for you.
granddaughter, Brianna, told her teacher that I was going to do a one-day thing in school.
Yeah.
Well, they live in New Hampshire. So I had to go to New Hampshire and do that one thing, you know, because she said, I do, you know, food carvings
Oh,
and
yeah.
vegetable carvings
Yeah,
and stuff
John
like
does
that.
too.
John does
John does
that,
too.
yeah.
Right, yeah. Well, we worked together
Yeah.
years
Yeah,
ago.
he said, yeah.
Yeah.
And
That must have been a good duet.
Oh yeah, I can imagine that kitchen.
so anyways, I went up there, and that's where I found out about the marshmallows.
That's
I
interesting.
had bought some, and on the package, it explained how the marshmallow came about.
Wow.
And it's the mallow tree that grows in the marshes
Yeah.
in Egypt. That's
In Egypt.
awesome. I never see.
Well, I
we
assume
learned
they had to
something.
find another way to do it because there'd be never enough mallow trees around to take care of all the marshmallows that we have
Yeah.
in this country. I mean, you know, those extruders, when you see them at Nabisco and stuff like that, they're like
Oh, yeah.
shooting out like thousands of them a
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah.
There'd be not enough mallow trees.
I thought it was always sugar and egg white, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what I always thought it was.
But something has to make it like gummy, so that you know how they have that xanthan gum that they put in
Well, it's
things and
yeah.
stuff
well,
like that,
that's
or that,
there's
whatever that
something in there. I don't know what.
triglyceride.
There's a gel.
thing.
Some
Yeah.
big long name.
No, there's
some,
a gel in there.
A gel?
Yeah,
Oh, maybe it's like Jello, like.
yeah. A
Yeah,
gelatin.
gelatin.
The gelatin.
Gelatin.
Okay, that's what does it
gelatin,
then.
natural and artificial flavor, and tetrasodium phosphate. Wow.
Okay, it's that tetrasodium phosphate you gotta watch for.
I love marshmallows. You
You
want one?
shine at night.
Yeah.
So are we almost ready for this?
We're ready.
Oh, I'm hungry.
Yay!
We're ready.
Okay, so look at this.
Oh,
Oh,
that
boy.
looks awesome.
Is that beautiful? or what?
Awesome.
I'll put this whole pan on that thing.
So, Stewie, you don't serve that at the diner, right? Because I'm thinking, ooh, we'll go over
I
there.
have.
Like specials.
There is a guy that does come in periodically, and he'll say, "I'll have some."
Yeah, cod
Well,
puttanesca. Oh, yeah.
I'll have the puntanesca.
Yeah, right.
I said, "Oh, okay, I know what he's
Okay,
talking about.
yeah, yeah.
But I have spaghetti. I have the al dente spaghetti sauce, which I've never seen it in markets. It's
Al dente
the
spaghetti sauce?
al dente spaghetti sauce.
Never heard of that.
Who makes
It's
it?
made by the Stanislaus Company.
Oh,
And,
Hmm.
you know,
interesting.
and I tried it one time, and I said, "You can use this right out of the can."
It's so
I mean,
good?
that is, yeah.
What is it
It's
called? Al dente?
Al dente. Aldente.
And where do you get it?
I get it at Restaurant Depot.
Oh,
We're not allowed, sort of like the hairdresser place that I
not
can't
allowed
go
in
into.
there. That's right.
Oh, take
Because
my
that-
card.
Oh, okay.
That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
How about if we just take you? It's
Yeah,
easier.
there
We
you
don't
go.
know what
That's
we're
it.
doing.
That's it. Okay.
Look at that.
Now, is this
Margot.
done?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
all
it's
done.
done.
Wow. Oh yeah, look at it.
You
all
can
falls
you can
apart.
feel it.
Yeah.
How hot it is.
Yep, yep.
And that's done.
Yeah. Oh, that looks.
So now you're gonna spoon it
If you want it, sure.
over the rice. Oh yeah, go for it.
that looks so yummy.
It doesn't take long to cook.
No,
That's
this
what
is
I
a,
like
this is
about
a
it.
good,
This would feed
Quick-
a lot of people.
and it's a good
Oh,
quick
yeah.
meal, and it's Lent now, and people are looking for
Right.
fish dishes. Oh yeah. Oh, does that smell good? Yum, yum, yum.
Like I said, Wolfgang Puck has a puttanesca sauce,
Yeah.
and it's similar to this one.
Yep.
And it has the capers also?
He has the
Is
capers.
that a thing of Puntanesca? You have to use capers?
I'm assuming. I don't know.
Yeah.
But-
Oh, look at this.
Too bad John didn't stay for dinner.
I
Oh, he should've.
know.
He should have.
I know.
Now at the diner, I would take some parsley and
Put it on
put it
top, yeah.
over top.
Now, do you sprinkle cheese on this?
No.
Oh, you can if you wish.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ugh. I
ruin
put
it.
cheese, Parmesan cheese.
Whichever you like, you know. If
But if you put it on pasta, if you put this
If
on
you- if you
pasta,
want-
it
yeah,
would,
if you
it
want
would be
cheese,
good.
put
That's right.
cheese.
That would be good. That would be yummy.
Look at this dish.
Ugh. Colorful too. Look at, we got everything. All
I
kinds
know.
of colors going on
Green.
here.
Of course, that one, if you serve that to a person.
Chip could eat that.
Oh, God.
Oh,
He
yeah.
could. He
I don't
could.
know, I don't
Oh
know. Poor
no, he
Chip.
could. He has a wonderful appetite.
I don't know about that.
He
Poor
could.
Chip.
it's,
Well, he wouldn't be having dessert after.
it's basically made with tomatoes.
It's
just,
all healthy.
Yeah.
just tomatoes, not
And the rice. I mean,
yeah.
it's a really healthy
Yeah.
dinner.
Okay, so let's get this out of the way and put that. Put
Smell
right up
that.
here.
Oh, smell
So
it.
everybody, you have seen, go ahead right in the middle, cod puntanesca.
Puttanesca. Say it.
And
Cod a la puntanesca.
Alla
excuse me. Okay,
puttanesca.
make sure. So thank you so much for joining us today. We've enjoyed this, Stewie. Thank you so
Yes,
much for
thank you,
coming.
Thank you
You
for
were so
inviting me.
Wonderful to have you. And
So
John, thank you
informative.
for coming in. And Ashley and Paul, thank you so much for caring for us as you do.
Yes.
And of course, my wonderful co-host.
Oh, thanks.
And,
And happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You know,
Oh,
I was just going to say, my grandmother, who was Irish, taught me some Irish.
oh, go ahead, say
Yeah,
something.
becking me home, but I won't tell you what it means.
Oh,
Taking
no?
me home?
No.
Kiss my
Oh.
ass.
Oh,
And that was
Okay,
my
let's hope we-
grandmother.
oh, I like that.
I don't know,
That's a
but-
good one. I didn't know that one.
Yeah,
That's a good one. Okay, Grandma, that one's for you.
yeah.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye
Bye-bye.
now.